Hi, I'm Angie. Today I'm going to show you a recipe for Millionaire shortbread. These are a bar cookie that are made in a 9x13 pan, so they're really good for the holidays because you can cut them very small and serve a lot of people with them. And they're quite rich, but they're pretty much my favorite Christmas item to eat. So let's get started. The first thing we're going to do is make a crust. I've got a 9x13 pan ready to go. You don't have to grease it. And I've got 2 cups of all-purpose flour in this bowl. I'm going to mix in 4 tablespoons of brown sugar. And I'm going to cut in 1 cup of butter. That's 2 sticks, and I've just cut it into smaller squares. So you just want to cut that up until the butter is combined with the flour and kind of has the texture of coarse meal. And then we're going to press that into the pan and bake it. I've preheated the oven to 350. And I'll just work this in. Pastry blender really helps do this job, but you can also use your fingers or 2 knives and kind of cut the butter into smaller pieces. So if you're going to use your hands, I just pick it up and squeeze and drop it really quickly. You kind of want to work the flour into the little pieces of the butter. Well, it's done when you can grab a handful and it kind of sticks together like that. So now you just pour the crust into the 9x13 pan. Spread it out evenly and press it down firmly. We're going to bake this at 350 for 20 minutes. Don't forget the edges. Okay, that looks good. I'm going to put that in the oven for 20 minutes. Okay, for the next step of the recipe, I've got a pot here, and I'm going to put in 1 can of sweetened condensed milk. That's a 14-ounce can or 300 milliliters. And you want to make sure that you don't use evaporated milk. This has to be sweetened condensed milk. So you put the whole can in. And to that we're going to add 1 cup of brown sugar and 4 tablespoons of white corn syrup. This is going to make a caramel layer on top of the crust. Okay, now you want to add 1 cup of butter. That's another 2 sticks of butter. You want to bring that to a boil and cook for 5 minutes over medium heat. And you want to make sure to stir it constantly. Okay, I've taken the crust out of the oven, and that's the only baking you have to do, so you can turn the oven off. And now I've got my hot caramel, and I'm going to pour that all over the crust. Be careful you don't splash any on yourself because it's very, very hot. Just going to spread this over the crust. Let it cool for a minute, then put it in the refrigerator until the caramel sets. Okay, the last step, and we're almost done here, is to melt 3 Aero bars. And I don't know why they're Aero bars, but if you don't have them or can't find them, you can just use any good quality chocolate, equivalent to about 3 bars. I'm just going to spread that over the top, and you can even melt chocolate chips too. So it'll probably be 120 grams of chocolate, whatever that is. So I'm going to melt that in the microwave. You can use a double boiler as well. And we'll spread that over the caramel layer. Okay, so I've melted the chocolate. I'm just going to pour it over the caramel layer, which is now set. And it's very convenient to use 3 Aero bars because they come in a package of 4, which means I can eat the last one. So spread this all over. And then what you're going to do is just put it in the fridge and let it set. And when you take it out of the fridge, you don't want to cut it right away or the chocolate will crack. So you just kind of let it come to room temperature and then it will cut nicely for you into squares. These are really sweet and rich, so you'll want to cut them quite small. Just want to trowel that chocolate on. And that's it, pretty easy. So, thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoy your Millionaire shortbread.